Hi everyone, I know it's been a while since I posted on here. This isn't gonna be your typical video that you would see here, right? It's not toy related. Some of you saw the picture that I put on my Instagram about Bray Wyatt passing. I never met him, but he is the reason that I got back into wrestling in 2016. And when they messed up the Fiend character, I stopped watching for a little bit, but then I came back to it. Anyways, it hit me pretty hard, especially because he was dealing with illness, and one of the reasons that I've been inactive, and especially on Instagram, is because I've been dealing with an illness for the last year and 2 months. I'm still dealing with it now. I'm in my wheelchair right now. I have my oxygen machine right behind me in case my O2 levels get too low. It's been pretty difficult. A lot of people have messaged me since I posted that on Instagram, and I can't really, it takes a lot for me to type and for me to get on phone calls and stuff like that because I'm always in pain. So I'll give a quick rundown. It's a lot of symptoms. COVID has really messed me up. It's COVID. COVID is responsible for what I've been going through. So on June 21st of 2022, I started, it was about 12 p.m. in the afternoon, I started feeling cardiac symptoms. My left arm went numb. I started getting disoriented and started suffering from chest pain. Went to the hospital. They said that my troponin levels were elevated. Troponin is a chemical that the heart releases when the heart is struggling and needs help. Like there's damage being done to the heart. I was in Palisades. I was transferred to Hackensack in New Jersey, which focuses more on cardiac care. They did a catheterization. They didn't find anything except for a myocardial bridge, which is an artery going into the muscle, but that wouldn't be causing what I was suffering through. While I was in the hospital, I started developing other symptoms. My brain felt like it was burning. My neck got super stiff. I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was suffocating. The doctors there dismissed it. They said that I was just being anxious about my heart, and they didn't find anything wrong with my heart. But my troponin levels kept being elevated, and in the first 2 months of whatever this is, which they're calling long COVID, I went in and out of hospitals, ERs, 10 times, 10 different times, with my troponin being elevated, with my heart going from 60 to 120. It wasn't until I got hospitalized in Virginia, because the first 7 weeks I was told it was just anxiety. It wasn't until I was hospitalized in Virginia that they said, you may have, for your heart, you may have had or have myocarditis, which is inflammation in the heart. That's not a virus. Well, it could be different. It could be viral, bacterial, whatever. I had viral, or at least we think, because where my heart is now scarred is too deep to go in and do a autopsy. So the VA did not want to give me a cardiac MRI. We had to pay for it out of pocket. That was $2,500, which confirmed that I do have myocarditis. But we still can't explain the other things that I'm suffering. So there's a lot of symptoms, and I won't bore you with all of them. But the main ones, I have constant head pressure when I change my posture. It feels like my scalp is being pulled. It used to be much worse. For the first 2 months, I had brain burning. It just felt like my brain was on fire, and my neck was stiff. I couldn't move it. I brought up the idea of it being encephalitis, but ER doctor said, "Oh, you would have been dead by now. You would have been dead by now." So I'm pretty sure, and the neurologist that I'm seeing right now is pretty sure that my brain was inflamed at some point. And they also tested for MS. They didn't find any signs of MS. I still think we should test for that later, but it doesn't matter. Right now, the reason that I'm having this postural problem, according to my neurologist, is that the virus leaked. It caused a leak in my spinal fluid. So my brain is now sitting on my skull instead of floating. There's a liquid in your skull that's supposed to be there. My brain's now not in that liquid. It's not getting enough of that liquid. So whenever I go from being on my bed to sitting to standing, my brain feels it's down. That's why I'm usually bedbound unless I have to go to the bathroom or I just won't want to be laying down and I'm willing to put up with the head pressure. But right now, my scalp feels like it's being pulled. I get rib pressure all the time. That's why I think I might have MS. I don't know. But that's not proven yet. My heart has scars. It has scars in 3 different parts of my heart. And I get arrhythmias now all the time. So my heart skips. I could feel it. I could feel my heart stop. And it intensifies depending on whether or not, if I get emotional, if I cry, or if I get angry, or if I get too excited, if I get happy. Like when Bray Wyatt returned, I got really excited and my PVC started going. It felt like I was having a heart attack. I also get itching and burning skin all over my body if I get too excited, if I get too sad, if I get too angry. I think that is caused by microclots that I may be having in my body. That also explains why I feel like I can't breathe at certain times. It'll randomly happen if I eat, or again, it could just happen. It feels like I'm being suffocated, even when my levels are normal. Sometimes my oxygen levels are normal, but I think microclotting may be the reasoning for that. Microclotting can't be tested by regular D-dimer tests, and they don't do that kind of testing here, or at least doctors always dismiss it when I bring it up. Even though I was right about the myocarditis, doctors keep dismissing because they want to treat this like any other illness when this is new and developing. So I have those symptoms. I have pressure in my eyeballs. Sometimes it's really painful. I have a burning throat that randomly happens, and it gets bad all the way to my stomach. Pretty sure that it has to do probably with viral persistence. Maybe some part of the virus is still living in my gut. That's a theory. I randomly just pass out, so I get really tired, like a chronic fatigue, something like that. Yeah, I have a lot, and it's constant. It's 24/7. I've been dealing with it for a year now. It gets me scared because I was 33, and the day before all this happened, I ran 5 miles. I lifted heavy weights. I was fine. I was sick for 5 days with a sore throat. I didn't even know it was COVID. And then 3 weeks later, this happened, and now this is my life. I'm scared of dying for sure. Myocarditis could be deadly. I'm having arrhythmias now. That could be deadly. I have to be careful with what I eat. I can't walk because I also have POTS. So POTS is it's a tachycardic syndrome with your posture. So whenever I stand up, my heart goes from like 60 to like 100 and something right off the bat. They say it's the nerves that control all those automatic, all the automatic responses of your body have, like your heart pumping and your lungs breathe, like you breathing. Those are things that you don't even think about. The nerves supposedly got shot because of the virus, and it's not communicating properly. So I'm dealing with all that. I'm dealing with the medical bills. I need. I'm losing the vision in my left eye, and the operation is $9,000. I need to have dental stuff done, and that's easily in the five figures. Like I said, we had to pay $2,500, $2,500 to even get the cardiac MRI, and we'll have to do that. We'll have to keep doing echocardiograms every 6 months to make sure that my heart doesn't go into failure. It's nuts, and I can't work. The VA does not want to put me at 100%. I only got up to 70%, and it's just the ghost now working, and we're dealing with all that. Some people said make a GoFundMe, but I don't really know how to do any of that. I mean, obviously, it's hard for me to even make the recording. Like, I'm in pain. I'm in a lot of pain right now. Just give me a second, because I don't plan on editing this. I miss my friends. I miss making videos. I miss going outside. I can't risk going outside, because if I get reinfected, I'll probably die. If I get the vaccine, every cardiologist, every doctor has told me not to get the vaccine because it'll probably not go well for me. I can't be exposed to the virus. For the first 2 months of this, I didn't even sleep. I couldn't. My body wouldn't let me. I guess my body thought I was dying, so it would wake me up in horrible ways. I couldn't breathe, my heart pumping like at 120. I thought I was dying multiple times. I almost died. I'm pretty sure I had a heart attack with my troponins being elevated at a 0.48 at one point. And you know, Bray Wyatt was going through the same illness. And all right, yeah. If I don't respond to you guys, it's not because I don't want to. It's just it takes a lot. If anybody does want to talk, I'd love to make some kind of Zoom thing. I could try to hang, as long as I can and talk to you guys. I'm sorry for this being such a negative thing, but it's just what I'm going through. And for the few that, follow me on Instagram that reached out, and on Facebook, and I would assume people that used to watch me on YouTube before I went away 3 years ago, you guys would want to know an update. And I do miss you. I've never stopped thinking about the channel and the people that I've met through the channel and going to events and stuff like that. I'm extremely grateful for that. And I never took that for granted. There are many things I took for granted in this life. That was one of them. I truly appreciate all the friendships that I've made. And I know there are going to be people out there, just because the world is full of, bad people or insecure people, that are going to be happy that I'm going through this, that are going to be thinking I'm doing this for attention. I'm not. I was never planning on revealing this illness. I was never planning on talking about it until I saw that Bray Wyatt died, and I made the post because he also got his heart attacked by this. And I loved that dude. I never met him, but I sincerely loved his dark and twisted and how much thought he put into his stories. So I miss you guys. To all the people that are reaching out, Eric, Joseph, Alex, Fernando, just everybody, my family far away, my friends. I love you. I miss you. And thank you. Hopefully one day I could return on a positive note. Back to this channel. And thank you all guys for watching. I know this is a long video. Have a good one, guys. Bye.